Hello, I'm the Earth's Cartographer, and this is the Watoga Municipal Center. In the Fallout universe, Watoga was atomic mining services' pride and joy, the city of the future in which the needs of the people would be taken care of by automated systems and robots. The heart of that system was the Municipal Center, home of the city government, where even the mayor was a part of those systems. As we saw previously in both the Civic Center and the Emergency Services building, reality did not cooperate with the system designers' plans. The Municipal Center is located near the center of Watoga, in between West AMS Street to the north, West Innovation Street to the south, Robco Boulevard to the east, and just across an unnamed side street to the east of the Emergency Services building. The second tallest structure in Watoga, the Municipal Center was linked via sky bridges to both the Emergency Services building and the Watoga Towers residential block, though neither of these passages are accessible at this time. There appears to have been access to vehicle parking on site via a now collapsed garage entrance on the unnamed side street. The pedestrian entrance to the Municipal Center can be found at its southwestern corner, accessible via the same unnamed side street. There was another entrance on the northeastern side at the intersections of AMS and Robco, but it is labeled condemned. As to why it's condemned, I'll get to that soon. Though the Municipal Center is clearly far taller than the neighboring Emergency Services building with its 3 interior floors, there are only 5 accessible floors within the Municipal Center. Unlike the Emergency Services building, both the ground floor to interior cell and interior cell to roof access points are accessed via elevator. This means that in truth we don't know where in the building these 5 accessible floors lie. They could be floors 2 through 6, 7 through 11, or really any solid block of 5 levels. As such, I'm going to refer to these interior floors as interior floor 1 through 5. Interior floor 1 is home to the reception desk, a waiting area, and some restrooms. Though the reception desk appears to have been set up with terminals for human employees, they only contain the most basic information on the city's civil service and options to call for automated assistance. The next level up hosts a complaints office with some additional waiting space. The third interior floor is inaccessible apart from the staircase that you take up to the fourth interior floor. It is on this floor that you find what I've described to be the city council chamber, if not for the fact that the city council in Watoga would be a council of one, the mayor. There is also a conference room here and a small office. The 5th floor is separated into 2 different interior cells, partly in a continuation of the first interior cell from floors 1 through 5, and a second interior cell that contains the facilities office, the mayor's office, and the mayor's office foyer with elevator access to the roof. The roof is home to a Robco antenna, a scorched beast nest, and it has access via broken walls and roofs to sections of 2 floors below the roof. With the layout covered, let's get into how the government of Watoga operated before the war. While Atomic Mining Services funded Watoga, the tech that made the city work was largely the product of the nearby Robco Research Center, with some robots also produced by General Atomics. The team at Robco was enthusiastic about their own capabilities in producing the tech that the city needed, and when contracted to create a mayoral assistant, they questioned the need for a mayor at all when they could produce a fully automated government that didn't require any human involvement. Despite their feelings on the matter, the RoboBrain team went ahead with this project anyway, creating Maya, the mayoral artificial intelligence assistant, intended to be very helpful to the human mayor. Unfortunately for Watoga, along with this top-notch automated system, the city was also gifted a poorly thought-out system of mayoral governance. The mayors would both be randomly selected and have a randomly selected term length. The reason for this was simple. Without a set term, special interests would have far less ability to control the government through entrenched, corrupt officials. The problems generated by this policy, though, are far more deleterious. First of all, no higher municipal or higher tier government wants to work with a politician that may or may not be in office the day after negotiations start. In the capital, Governor Evans even has an email from his secretary relaying communications from, quote, the new mayor, unquote, relating that she had stopped bothering to learn the names of the mayors of Watoga. The city seal dates the founding to 2042, and the last mayor, Barbara Elizabeth, was the 134th mayor of Watoga. Over 35 years, that's an average of a new mayor every 95 days. But coordination with other governmental bodies wasn't the only issue. The random nature of the mayor selection from a pool of candidates whose only qualification was being a citizen of Watoga meant that plenty of these mayors would be unqualified for the job. The randomness of both their selection and of the term also imbued the chosen mayors with a requisite sense of frivolity. Many simply used the job and its powers to steer Watogan society in line with their personal tastes, signing ordinances to ban rock music or baby names they didn't like. These bans would be repealed by the next mayor, giving the office a lack of authority through the impermanence of its typically pointless edicts. Within the public forum on the 4th floor, many of the seats hold stuffed animals and toys, showing just how disinterested the population was. Though some mayors would attempt to rein in the worst excesses with laws like the Mayoral Freedom of Responsibility Act, the ridiculousness continued with the Suck It Future Mayors Act, When the robots of Watoga started killing the inhabitants of the city, the final randomly selected mayor, Barbara Elizabeth, sought a method to solve the crisis. She knew she was likely to die of her wounds, and thus she concocted the Mayor for a Day Act. This act changed the process of mayoral election from randomly drawn from the citizenry to assigning the status to anyone who walked through the office door. The authority bestowed by this office is what allows the residents of Vault 76 to add themselves to a whitelist of approved people for the city of Watoga, which in turn removes the threat of robot attack. That pretty much covers the municipal building itself, but there's still more to talk about. With regards to the condemned entrance, there's no real indication as to when this sign went up, and in fact there are numerous condemned signs across the city, so I suppose it's time to talk about why that is. The truth is that I don't know with 100% certainty why, but I have a few theories. I'll list them. First, Atomic Mining Services was doing a lot of nuclear digging in the Cranberry Bog, causing subduction events and mine collapses. This potentially could have led to structural damage before the war and these signs going up at that time. Second, before the war, residents of Bogtown were told their city was condemned. The officials that arrived to post condemned signs were fairly nasty in their treatment of the impoverished people there. After the war, the residents of Bogtown raided the city of Watoga for salvage. I see it as being possible that these people brought some of those same signs back with them to mock the residents of the city that was in large part to blame for their unfortunate circumstances. Third, the city still has a fully automated staff of civil employees. It seems easily possible that some of these robots had to work as building inspectors, and that these robots have condemned part of the rusting and rotting city they serve. That should really just about do it for the Municipal Center. As Atomic Mining Services will have its own video and the Watoga headquarters will be included in that, there's just one more standalone structure to cover in Watoga High School, and that's where we're going next. This has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.